Alright, so this Gallagher guy, who is the Navy SEAL, they're calling him evil and mentally ill. So let's take a look at his mental state. See what we can see. Is he evil and mentally ill? Yeah. So, first off, 4 of coins. There is some paranoia, which is what the 4 of coins is. Underneath is a person who is afraid to lose, so they cling very tightly to everything. There is a defensive person, very combative, which he loves confrontation. He is not balanced. Now, it's common, because I've worked with soldiers before, and especially ones who have gone to Iraq and been in the middle of a battle and have been in so many situations where they thought, okay, this is it. This is where I meet my end, and they come out anyway. He has a mentality of, I don't really care if I die. It's sort of kamikaze too, to where he would run head on into something, even with all his training, because he doesn't fear death, which, that's kind of across the board with him. So no judgment there, no pun intended. But temperance. So here's where he needs some therapy. He needs a lot of it. Because there's the sharing of the information. Seeking out punishment with Cushiel. This is not a person who could go to Iraq or Afghanistan or Pakistan and not expect to kill somebody. Like he likes this. He likes fighting. This is seeking out to punish. This is arguing and bickering and fighting. He seeks this out. It's just a thing he likes. He likes confrontation. He is not balanced. Probably never has been. Angel of Mercy, Zakiel. This is a person who is fair and balanced. Kind of like the Law or the Judgment card. And Keter, this is card of spirituality. This is card of God. That judgment. The new life. I think that he might have, I can't say it's PTSD because he's high functioning, but he likes confrontation. And there's a part of him that we cannot judge because we do this to them when we tell them to go places and do horrible things. We think, oh, he's a soldier, he's trained for it, he's bred for it, let him go, and don't consider the fact that this is still a human being that you are putting in a war zone. We hear the war zone word and we may think, something softer than what it is because we've never been there. We've never really faced, like I said, a situation where you said, you know what, this is it. This is where I die. The soldier I worked with before, he was a staff sergeant, he said he turned a corner and there was someone pointing a gun at him. If he didn't shoot him, that guy was going to shoot him. You just hear that situation and think, we're taking a person like you and like me, a human being, putting them in horrible, horrific situations and then expect none of this to come about. I think what he did was horrible, but I can't give him the slap on the wrist because we do this to them. Not only was he a soldier, he was a Navy SEAL. This is a person who is trained specifically to carry out the most dangerous of missions. Navy SEALs are the ones who killed Osama bin Laden. Landing a helicopter on the top of his house in the Osama raid. Landing a helicopter on top of his house, dropping out of the helicopter, rushing in to find the target and kill him, and then hoping nothing goes wrong. This is action movie stuff, but these are real people. These are real people we don't think anything about until they come home and then tell us they're messed up. So while it's easy to pass judgment because what he did was awful, we also have to realize he's also not balanced. He's not a balanced person. Not if he loves confrontation. Now, he could have been a person who just liked confrontation in the beginning, which he probably was. This is a person who is paranoid, so he likes that kind of stuff, but well, let's ask. Did his career in the military cause him to be unbalanced, or was he unbalanced before? He was unbalanced before. Now, he was not this unbalanced because he's high functioning. Like, he knows how to do his job. We just don't like what he done. But he's still, he's still very capable. The Four of Cups is that card of unwanted things. These are sort of a melancholy attitude. This is blase blah, as they say. And then the World. So here is an ambition of sorts. Knight of Swords. Here's where his mental problems lie. But mind you, it's not the first card we started with. It exacerbated because of his job. There is whatever, this is his job, whatever the opportunity is, hearing maybe the sound of a gun maybe triggers that confrontation in him that he likes so much. It's not that he, anyway. And then there's the Moon. There's something deeper. It's something mental, emotionally unbalanced. He's unbalanced, period. But like I said, this is what we do to them. We tell soldiers that there's glory in all this stuff. That way they go and risk their lives. Otherwise, they probably wouldn't. But here it is. Duma. This is a false reality. Something mental going on. Remph. This is the angel of time. So this is inevitable. This is about his opportunities. This was going to happen. And then Shatiel, this is silence. That tortures a person the most, when you hear nothing. Because when you hear nothing, then you begin to hear everything. Because I said it before, we may be top of the food chain because of our logic. Pretty much every animal on earth is stronger than we are. Our logic is what keeps us at the top of the food chain. Yes, you may be an elephant, but we know how to create tranquilizers. So we can take you down before you take us down. So our brains are magnificent, but they are the thing that is the greatest enemy to human beings. Because when you sit alone, in silence, with your thoughts, all of the worst ones seem to want to come in. And so, I understand he did a horrible thing, and it's, Trump likes him, so therefore we must hate him, but can't do it. We expect people to go and fight in a war, but be totally undamaged once they come back.